Law helpers.
Welcome back to my channel. So today we are in the video number 6 of the Memorize series or the short video series. So today we are going to see the concept Directive Principles of State Policy along with short clues to remember the articles permanently. This Directive Principles of State Policy is provided under Part 4 from Article 36 to 51 of the Indian Constitution, and this concept was actually borrowed from the Ireland Constitution. Also, Dpsp is said to be Novel Futures of the Constitution by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Also, Dpsp constitute a very comprehensive political, social and economic program for modern democratic state. This is given by Sri G. N. Joshi. So remember the authors and the statement. This may come in the MCQ. Then going by each article, Article 36 says that the definition of the state in this part 4 have the same meaning as that of the part 3, that is Article 12 of the Indian Constitution. There is some definition for state, so that only applies here also. Okay, then Article 37, it says Dpsp are not enforceable by court, but it is the duty of the state to apply these principles in making laws, since they are considered to be very fundamental in the governance of country. So it is not enforceable, but the state, while making laws, they should impart these principles in the laws. That is what Article 37 says. Then coming to first directive principle, Article 38, it says that state shall secure a social order in justice. The justice may be political, economic and social, for the promotion of the welfare of the people. So you have to keep remembering only the key points. Okay, so the first key point in Article 38 is social order, then the welfare of the people. Then the second clause was actually inserted by 44th constitutional amendment 1978. Remember the amendment also along with the articles. Okay, so it says that states shall strive to minimize the inequalities in income, status, facilities and opportunities among individuals and groups. So remember social order, welfare of people and minimize the inequalities here. To remember this article, I can give some clue. Remember 3.8 is about height. Okay, height order. Remember height order. In a class, the teacher will make all the students to sit in a height wise order, right? So height, remember. Order means social order. Why they are asking them to sit in a height wise order means it is for the welfare of the students to see the blackboard, right? So it is for the welfare of the people, remember that. And also say, in case the teacher allow every student to sit according to their wish, they will sit along with the student they who are equal in their income and status. So there will be no mingling among different people, different students. So there comes a inequality. So to minimize the inequality, height wise order is preferred by the teacher. So remember these key points with the help of height order. Okay, 3.8 is height. Okay, 3 obviously you will know. For 8 you remember height. Okay, moving on to the next article. Article 39. Article 39 says certain principles of policy to be followed by the state. What are those principles? The first one is there should be adequate means of livelihood for every citizen. Okay. Then ownership and control of the material resources of the community are so distributed as to best to subserve commonhood. Okay, the material resources of the community should be distributed. It is what B clause say. Then C says against the concentration of wealth and means of production to common detriment. So there should not be like concentration of wealth in one person's hand. Okay, then D says equal pay for equal work by both men and women. Then E says the health and strength of workers, men, women, children are not abused and citizens are forced not to enter avocations unsuited to their age or strength. So health and while working, the health and strength of workers, men, women and children should not be abused. That is what E says. F says even the children should be given opportunities and facilities to develop in a healthy manner with freedom and dignity, protected against exploitation and abandonment. So it is substituted. Earlier there were some other wordings, but this present F clause was substituted by 42nd constitutional amendment. So remember, so far we have seen two amendments under the directive principles of state policy. The first one is 44th constitutional amendment under article 39 clause 2, and 42nd is under article 39 clause F. Okay, remember this also. So for this I have given a clue, prepared a clue, like there is a father, and he have a big agricultural land, and he have childrens also. So what he does is, for some means of livelihood, this father gave separately the agricultural land to the children. Okay, that is, for adequate means of livelihood, the agricultural land was actually separated. Because of that, what happens is the material resources of the community is distributed. Correct, it is distributed, and it also protect against the concentration of wealth only with the father. So it is now distributed and there is no concentration of wealth. And what the children does is that they hired some workers to work in that agricultural land. Only then they will get their livelihood, right? So they hired some workers. Okay, for them they have to pay equal pay for equal work, and also they should ensure that the health and strength of the workers, men, women, children, are not abused while working there. Also what is said is even the children are given opportunities to work in that agricultural land. Okay, remember, just remember this clue, because in article 39 itself there are 5 classes, right? 6 classes, right? They will ask this in the match, so you should remember it in a hierarchy manner, in the manner given in the Bare Act. So keep these clues. The first one is that father thinks the children need livelihood, so what he does is distributed the material resources he have, and this lead to protection against the concentration of wealth with one person, and they hired agricultural persons, and they pay equal pay for equal work, and they ensure that health and strength of the workers are whoever involved in this work are not abused, and even they give the opportunity for the children to work in this agricultural land. Remember this. Okay, then moving on to the next article. Article 39A is about free legal aid. This everybody know, but remember 39 caps A is for advocate or aid, whatever you want to keep, advocate or aid. So free legal aid, state shall promote justice, equal opportunity, in particular free legal aid to ensure justice is not denied due to economic or other disabilities. This is also inserted by 42nd constitutional amendment. Then going to the article 40, a state shall organize village panchayat and help them for self government. Okay, that is village panchayat is for 40, and 41 says that state shall secure right to work, education, public assistance in case of unemployment, old age, sickness, disablement, and in case of undeserved want. Okay, then 42 says that state shall secure just and humane conditions of work and maternity relief. For this I have kept clues, like for 40, at the age of 40, what they think is, are there 4 sides? There are 4 sides, right? The east, west, north and south. So in the 4 sides they will think, if it is like a village, it will be more beautiful, no? At the age of 40 only the city people will realize this. So they organize, at the age of 40 they organize a village panchayat. In case you have some better clue, remember that. Okay, then for 4-1 I remember foreign, you remember 4-1 is foreign. So people from India are moving for work, education and public assistance, like medical or something, to foreign, right? So foreign, you remember right to work, education, public assistance, and fortune. Remember fortune for fortune, okay? Fortune. Remember fortune, okay? Fortune is the biggest fortune of foreigners. There they will have just and humane conditions of work and also maternity relief. Okay, this may sounds like cringe, but you should remember these clues only, then it will trigger your memory when the question is asked in the examination, okay? Or else you will be confused. So remember the clue points clearly. Then move on to the next article. Article 43 says that state shall endure to secure all workers a living wage, conditions of work, ensuring decent standard of life and full enjoyment of leisure and social and cultural opportunities. Also promote cottage industries on an individual or cooperative basis in rural areas. Then Article 43A says state shall secure participation of workers in the management of industries. So every worker should involve in the management in case of industries. So it's like a socialistic principle. And then 43B is about it, state shall promote the functioning and management of cooperative societies. So state should help in the functioning of operation of the cooperative society is 43B. This industries is inserted by 42nd constitutional amendment, and 43B cooperative society. So wherever cooperative society comes, it is actually inserted by the 97th constitutional amendment. You should remember this. Also you must have seen this cooperative society in fundamental rights under article 19 also. So there is also cooperative word society, that is also inserted by 97th constitutional amendment. Then coming to article 44, state shall secure a uniform civil code throughout India. So for this, as a living wage, the workers will have some tea, right? So they work for tea. Remember that for tea is 4-3, okay? 4-3 for tea. At every workers at 4:30 they will have some tea. That is, they will enjoy the leisure time and will enjoy the social and cultural opportunities by sitting, and they will have at 4:30 of a tea, that is 4 tea, okay? Remember this. And also the 43 also contains, apart from living wage, another aspect is cottage industries. So this tea is that they are having the tea in some cottage industries. Remember like that, as a individual or as a cooperative basis they will have the tea. And for 43A, you remember earlier they were having in the cottage industries. Now they are going to have it in a industry, big industry, that is advanced. For tea is advanced, and 40 is bigger means a lot more people were involved. So how they will be involved? If there is a bunch of people, that is said to be cooperative society. So the for bunch, that is cooperative society, okay? 44, you everybody know that 4 is uniform, okay? Then move on to the next articles. Article 45 is about state shall provide yearly childhood care and education for all children until they complete the age of 6 years. Okay, how you should remember this is, in every place there will be like 6 to 14 there should be education, free and compulsory education. So for 6, before 6 there is 5 and 4, that is 5 4 4 5, okay? It is substituted by 86th constitutional amendment. For 86th constitutional amendment you also have to remember 21A in the fundamental rights, also 51 caps A, clause 1 subclause K in the Dpsp, okay? These three changes were brought in by the 86th constitutional amendment. Then move on to the article 4(6). This says state shall promote educational and economic interest of the weaker section like SC and ST and protect them against all exploitation and social injustice. For this you remember SC is like sick, right? Sick. So 6, 4 6, sick, okay? If you have better clue, remember that. Then article 47 is about state shall raise the level of nutrition, standard of living of its people and improvement of public health. Also prohibit the drug and intoxicating drinks injuries to the health. For this you remember, so in case somebody takes drug, what happens, they will feel like they went to the heaven. So for heaven you remember 7, okay, for 7 they went like for heaven, that is drug for 7. Then what happens is their public health will be deteriorated. So remember public health, so they need some nutrition and the standard of living also is deteriorated. So remember these key points with the 7 heaven points. And article 48 is about the state shall organize agriculture and animal husbandry and take steps for preserving and improving breeds, prohibiting the slaughter of cows, calves, milch and draught cattle. For this you remember at 40 they organized a panchayat. At 48 they did agriculture there and did animal husbandry there. So that 40 turns into 8, okay, like 2 zeros came. That is they are organized, they have already organized village, now they are organizing another one, so that 0 turned into 2 zeros, that is 8, okay. Then article 48 is state shall protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. This is inserted by 42nd constitutional amendment 1976. For this you remember 40 in 48 there is only about the agriculture and animal husbandry in small village, but now we are going to cover the whole environment. So 48 is advanced and you are protecting whole forest and the whole wildlife in that forest, okay. There only animal husbandry in a particular village, but here it is advanced, okay. Then for article 49, state shall protect every monument or place or object of artistic or historic interest or national importance. For this you can remember fortnight. Like fortnight means like for 14 days. So for 14 days you are protecting the fort. You remember fort like Agra. These are a place of national importance or a monument. So remember fort with fort and you click the point monument national importance. And for 9 you remember 9 gems, right? There are 9 gems, Navaratna we say. So that is also a object of artistic or historic interest. So remember that fortnight. Fortnight means for 14 days you are protecting these monuments and artistic or historic interest. Remember that, or else you remember for 4 fort, that is monument. For 9 you remember Navaratna, that is object. Okay, then coming to article 50, the state shall take steps to separate the judiciary from the executive in the public services. For this you remember, you are separating means by 50-50, right? 50-50 you will separate, that is judiciary 50% and executive 50%. So some separation 50-50 has happened. And article 51, state shall promote international peace and security, maintain just and honorable relation between the nations, respect international law and treaties, encourage settlement of international disputes by arbitration. For 5-1 you remember U1, okay. So U1 means they promote for United Nations promote for international peace, security and all these points you can remember using that. Then going to the next, they will ask questions like which article under the Dpsp is Gandhian principle, which is socialistic principle, which is liberalist principle. For that you have to remember this chart. First of all, Gandhian principle, article 40. What is about 40? 40 means it is organizing village panchayat and self government, right? That is a Gandhian ideology, so it comes under Gandhian principle. And what is 4-3? That is 430 you will have a T, that is First one, 2 points were there. The first one is living wage and the second one is cottage industries. So cottage industry comes under Gandhian principle. Then for 3, bunch of people having, so that is cooperative society, that comes under Gandhian principle. Then for 6, sick, that is SC ST, so advancement of weaker section like SC ST and protection of them against the inequalities, that is Gandhian principle. Then for 7, that is heaven, that is drugs. Gandhiji say you should not take drugs and you should not take intoxicating substances or drinks. And 48 is like village turns into a agricultural place and animal husbandry. So also he says you should not cut, slaughter cows, milk, etc. for food, right? That is Gandhian principle. Then for 38, you remember height order, so social order is what, socialistic principle. Then 39, what story we said, there is agricultural land and the father separated and give it for a livelihood to the students, sorry, for the children. And there is what material resources are so distributed and they are against the concentration of wealth, that is socialistic principle. Then 39 years advocate, we see free legal aid. And 41, that is 41 is foreign, okay. So that is in the foreign, in the Indian people are going for right to work, right to education and public assistance. Then for fortune is 42, that is the foreign fortune is that there we have maternity relief and also some humane and just conditions of work. 43 is living wage. We said 4.3 contains 2 points. One is living wage and the second one is cottage industry. Cottage industry comes under a Gandhian principle and living wage comes under socialistic principle. And 4.3 advanced, we are sitting in a industry and having a tea, that is industry is socialistic principle. And 4.7 again heaven, there is a point like you should not consume alcohol or drug, that comes under Gandhian principle. And other thing which says you should improve the level of nutrition and the public health should be improved, that comes under the socialistic principle. And then liberalistic principle, 4.4 is uniform civil code and 4.5 is education under the age of 6, right? 4.5 and 4.8 is there is agriculture, animal husbandry and cow slaughtering. Cow slaughtering comes under Gandhian principle and this animal husbandry, this comes under the liberalistic principle also. Then 48A, the agriculture has advanced to the whole environment and the wildlife and forest. So 48 is liberalistic principle. And 49 is fortnight, like fort, monument and 9 gems, Navaratna objects of national importance, it is also liberalist principle. And 50-50 separation of the judiciary from the executive. 51 UN. So 51 is UN and UN means international peace and security, promote international peace and settlement through arbitration, etc. is liberalist principle. So here you can see that 43 and 47 is also both in Gandhian principle as well as a socialistic principle. Similar to that, 48 is both present in liberalistic principle as well as the Gandhian principle. So remember this. That's it for today. Thank you for watching the video. Hope this will be helpful for you in the examination, and also subscribe to the channel for more videos. Thank you.